I overwintered several peppers last year in the fall, sometime around September, and took them indoors and kept them through the winter. And I've done that for the past several seasons with pretty good success. Now this past season I had a little bit of difficulty with some. I think I put them in too small pots, and I had some die on me. But you're going to have some die off. You're going to go through all that trouble, and every year I've had a few that didn't make it for one reason or the other. I don't know why on some of them. They just didn't make it. So expect some die off. These two pepper plants are the same variety. One I overwintered, and this one I planted this year from seed. I've got the same thing here. I've got two chili de arbol. One I planted this year from seed, and this is last year's overwintered pepper. Small pepper plant, and but as you can see, it's already producing quite a few peppers. It's kind of loaded down with peppers already. And this is another overwintered pepper. Unfortunately, I think I had it labeled wrong, so I don't have a label on it. I think I had it labeled as some kind of bell pepper, and it obviously is not. But this is another overwintered pepper that survived, and you can see it's June 1st, and it's already putting on all pickable sized peppers right now. I'm by no means an expert, but I've been doing this a few years now, overwintering my pepper plants. And I guess what would be the advantages and disadvantages of doing this, whether or not you want to do it, depends on several factors. If you live somewhere south where you have a long growing season, it might not make sense. But if you live north like I do, in a relatively short growing season, it can give you a head start and start giving you peppers, like for me right now in June 1st. I've got some peppers I can actually pick. So that's an advantage. Two, you've got a pretty robust plant already got a nice strong stem and bushes out to a much bushier plant immediately. If you have a plant that you were fond of, that was a good producer for you, and you just hate to see it go, you can dig it up and hopefully save it for the following year. The other thing it helps with is peppers take a long time to germinate. You need to use a heat mat and be patient with them while they, for instance, this guy, I started these things around Valentine's Day in February, and it took a couple weeks just for them to germinate, just to even show up. And then it takes a long time. They really are slow growers, whereas you get quite a head start. What are the cons? Well, one being space. When you've got a plant that's this size, you're overwintering, and it's going to be larger, then you're going to have to cut it back. But you're going to need a pot, a pretty good sized pot, which I've learned, and have a place to store it through the winter. That can be a problem for some people. They might not have the space available for that. And it takes a little bit of care through the winter. You have to make sure it's watered every now and then. You don't want to water it like you would in the summertime, but you want to keep it watered and have a place where you can keep it alive. Keep it cool, yet have a little bit of light for it. So sometimes it's hard to find those conditions, depending on what your house is like or where you live. Another is, if you're not careful, you can bring pests from outdoors into your home. And you don't want little mites and bugs flying around your house all winter long. So that can be a drawback if you're not careful. You got to just make sure to treat the plant, cut it back, make sure the roots are cleaned. And I cover that in the video when I overwintered my plants. And that's why, I've learned that rushing your garden doesn't pay off. And rushing to get your peppers out in the garden really doesn't pay off, because it can actually stall them. So this gives you a head start. You can bring them out and they've already got a good start on it. What I do just before I start to a few weeks before I start to plan on bringing these outside, I put them in a sunnier location and let them start to get going indoors, and that helps them get established quickly. And here's the other thing about overwintering peppers is they are perennials. So to me, it's kind of like just saving that plant and just continuing to grow it. And it kind of makes sense for me living in the northern clime. Why start over every year when I've got a plant that's already produced the year before and it's getting stronger every year? It's not only just for production, it's for seeing that plant come back into my garden again. There's just something about that I enjoy. I really enjoyed it with my habanero, and I sure wish she would have lived. I think that would have made good material for a video, being able to show her again this year. But I did my best to save her, and she just didn't make it. So for me, is it worth it? For me, absolutely. For me, because I live in a somewhat northern climate, my growing season is a little bit shorter, and I get a jump start on peppers because peppers take such a long time to mature and start giving you fruit. If you live in a southern location, it might not be worthwhile. I would say it wouldn't be worthwhile to do it unless you have a plant that you really want to save, a plant that you're fond of, and just want to hang on to it because it's rare or something. Then it might be worth the trouble. But if you have a long growing season, I really don't know that you would get that big an advantage going through the trouble of overwintering your peppers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it. And if you got something out of it, I hope you'll come back and watch some of my other videos. Check out this video from last year where I overwintered my peppers if you want to see how I did it. So anyway, my name's Dennis, and hope you come back. Take care. Bye.